Good morning, friends. It's Patty at Samuel's Library, and we're ready to do story time for the week. So this week's theme is cooking. So I have to warn you, I have a couple silly books about cooking, but I think you'll enjoy them. And our friend Bingo wants to say hi. So he's here to welcome you and listen as well to our story time. So let's get started. So this is our first silly story called How to Feed Your Parents by Ryan Miller. Matilda Macaroni wanted to try quiche. Dish of the day. Looks like a restaurant. Quiche. Her parents did not. The list of things Mr. and Mrs. Macaroni would eat was very short. Chicken, only in nugget form with barbecue sauce. Elbow macaroni, only mixed with orange-colored powder from a packet. And burgers, only from a bag with ketchup, fries, and a toy. Can you guess where that comes from? Grilled cheese, only on white bread cut into triangles. Pizza, only topped with pepperoni and delivered to their door. And cereal, only if it was sugary and turned the milk a different color. They refused to even try anything else. This is way too funny. Matilda first discovered she liked other foods when Grandma Macaroni brought over a pot of jambalaya for a surprise treat one evening. It's kind of like a stew with all kinds of fun stuff in it. Yuck, Matilda's dad said when he saw the pot. No way, Matilda's mom said when she smelled the steam. They pushed their plates to the center of the table and sulked. But Matilda was curious. She's going to try it. The jambalaya was interesting. It was surprising. It was delicious. After that, Matilda tried new foods whenever she could. She got gumbo and goulash at Grandma's, sampled some sushi at a sleepover, and polished off a plate of pork paprikash on a play date. But she soon realized if she ever wanted to eat more than nuggets and noodles at home, she would have to commandeer the kitchen and cook for herself. Cooking 101. There's a little cookbook. She started by learning how to crack eggs. First, she didn't tap them hard enough to break the shell. Then she tapped them a little too hard. Finally, she got it just right. She worked with her grandma to learn oven safety and knife safety and all the other safeties she could think of. She started reading cookbooks as bedtime stories. She gave her allowance to her babysitter to buy ingredients from the local farmer's market. How about that? It looks pretty healthy to me. Matilda practiced with a willing grown-up whenever she could. Soon she had perfected paella, mastered miso soup, and conquered croquettes. She wanted to share every dish with her parents. She knew they would enjoy them if only they would try them. So she came up with a plan. "I'll handle dinner tonight," she said one morning at breakfast. "No quiche," her mama said. "Nothing funny," her dad added. "Burgers," Matilda said. "Just burgers." Her parents were both running late, so they slurped the bright purple milk from the bottom of their bowls and agreed. That night, Matilda's parents stared skeptically at the food in front of them. "This doesn't look what I like," her dad whined. "It's a hamburger," Matilda said innocently. "I'm going to warm up some leftovers," her mom said. "The fridge is empty," her dad yelped. "No pizza, no nuggets." "This is what's for dinner," Matilda said. "If you're hungry, you can eat. If you're not, don't. But I made this, and this is what we're having." "You made this?" Mrs. Macaroni asked. She liked the bun and peered at the patty. "There are mushrooms on it and green things." "That's arugula," Matilda said. "You're going to love it." Mrs. Macaroni raised one eyebrow, but then her stomach growled loudly. "Our daughter made this," she said to her husband. She took the teeniest, tiniest bite. "It's interesting," she said, chewing slowly. "It's surprising. It's delicious." Mr. Macaroni smiled politely at Matilda and took a teeny tiny bite of his own. "Hey, this isn't bad," he said. "Actually, it's good." "I can make it again," Matilda said as her parents chowed down. "But I was thinking maybe I could try to bake a quiche first." "I don't think you should do any more cooking," her dad replied. "I think we should do it together." "We can take turns picking recipes," her mom said. "We might not like everything, but we promise to try anything," her dad finished. Hooray for that. The next night, Matilda and her parents sprinkled some flour on the counter. They rolled out dough before filling it with eggs, spinach, bacon, Swiss cheese, and more. The quiche was a hit, as was just about everything that they made. I don't know about you, but I love quiche. I'm partial to broccoli in it. "Fantastic fajitas," her dad said after he bit into a warm handmade tortilla stuffed with steak, colorful peppers, and onions. "Ooh, yum. Are you getting hungry?" "Excellent eggplant parmesan," her mom said while going back for a second slice of the purple vegetable with oregano spice sauce and mozzarella cheese. "Ooh, yum. Phenomenal pho," they both said as they leaned over their bowls and slurped up rice noodles floating in ginger-scented beef broth. "You know," Matilda's mom said, talking around a mouthful of garlic naan and chicken tikka marsala, "I think I might like to try some jambalaya." They called up Grandma and asked her to bring over her signature dish. "Amazing," Grandma exclaimed when she saw that Mr. and Mrs. Macaroni started eating with no complaints. "Matilda, you've done a great job of getting them to try new foods." Thank you, Matilda said. Now, if only I could get them to keep their room clean. That's pretty funny, isn't it? So this is the macaroni family quiche recipe. So if sometime you decide to check this book out, there's the recipe that you could try that Matilda and her family learned to love. So I know I had to learn to eat new things. When I was young, I was very picky, unfortunately. But little by little, my mom asked me to try things. So I don't know if that's something that you're working on. So I thought I would show you, like Matilda, you could do some cooking with some help from an adult. So these are just a few little maybe lunch or breakfast ideas. So here's Mr. Owl. These are all different kinds of toast with you know, and you can put things that you like on top. This has a little cream cheese and banana slices and blueberries and strawberries. And here's Mr. Peanut Butter Bear. There you go. He's kind of cute. And here is Mr. Owl has lost his wing. We have to fix that. Okay, and here is Mr. Nutella Monkey. Do you like Nutella? I don't know anybody who doesn't like Nutella. And then Mr. Fox. Here we go. Is he kind of funny? Yeah. So you can use your imagination and do all kinds of fun food in the kitchen. There you go. So we're ready for story number 2. And I'll warn you, it's another silly one. This is Jojo and the Food Fight. The illustrations are really colorful and fun, but don't get any ideas. Jojo and the Food Fight. For many days and many nights, there was a food fight frenzy in the jungle. All the animals were angry with each other. Insults and rotten fruit flew in every direction. Yikes. I wonder what they were angry about. Suddenly, a little elephant with a pink parasol walked right into the middle of the battlefield. Hello, I seem to have lost my memory, he said, looking all around. Has anyone seen it? I'm sure I left it here somewhere. The animals turned and stared at him for just a moment. They stopped fighting and throwing fruit. Jojo, cried the lion, move out of the way. You're going to get hit. The little elephant lifted his head. Is that me? Jojo? That's my name? Do we know each other? Come on, Jojo, said the lion. You know perfectly well that we live next door to each other. Oh, really? Said the elephant. I don't remember you. I've lost my memory. Jojo poked his pink parasol at a banana that had landed on the ground. And what on earth is this silly-looking thing? The monkey's eyes snapped open wide. You don't remember what a banana is? No, you'll have to remind me, Jojo shook his head sadly. Banana? That's what you call it? The lion and the monkey waved white flags and shouted, Time out. 5-minute ceasefire. We have to help Jojo. They walked up to Jojo. Are you going to help me find my memory? Asked the little elephant. The monkey took the banana, peeled it, and held it out to Jojo. Taste it. Oh, said Jojo, you're supposed to eat this funny thing? Then the crocodile came over and planted Jojo's pink parasol on the ground to make a table. Jojo sat down at the parasol table and took a bite of the banana. He said with a big smile. Delicious. May I have another one? The lion roared. Who has another banana for Jojo? Within moments, all the animals came out of their hiding places waving ripe yellow bananas. Oh, how nice, cried Jojo. Is it snack time? I love snack time. The animals sat down around the parasol table, glaring at each other suspiciously. Are any of these other animals our friends too? Jojo asked the lion. Of course, we're all friends, the animals said. We go to school together. Jojo tilted his head, looking confused. And do you always fight like this at school too? The animals looked at each other for a moment. Then the monkey said, well, no. We all used to be friends, said the hippopotamus. But then what happened? Asked Jojo. All the animals pointed at each other. He started it. He hit me first. She called me names. They were all about to start throwing fruit again when Jojo tapped the table. Excuse me, we called time out, didn't we? And when someone calls time out, that means time out. Everyone froze. Then the animals peeled their bananas, and since they were very delicious bananas, much better for eating than throwing at each other, everyone began to relax and smile. I have some mangoes too, said the kangaroo. Anyone want one? She took a few plump mangoes out of her pouch. I could share some papaya, said the lion. Before you could blink, star fruits, passion fruits, pomegranates, and plums had appeared as if by magic. And aren't they having a fun party now? What a feast! Everyone ate as much fruit as they wanted, and a good mood spread over the table. As they ate, the animals began to remember all the good times they'd had together not so very long ago. Jojo smiled. Isn't this nice? It reminds me of my birthday party last year when you all came over to my house. Remember? Everyone fell silent. We thought you lost your memory, the animals cried. I guess I just found it, replied Jojo with a mischievous grin. You tricked us, the animals shouted, but they were laughing now, not angry. They all threw their banana peels at Jojo, who was laughing too. And for the rest of the day, all the animals celebrated late into the night, even after the moon rose high in the sky. They danced and played together, for peace and friendship had returned to the jungle. The end. Isn't that a fun story? Peace and friendship. Wow, those are important and wonderful words, aren't they? Okay, so I wanted to tell you, if you want to help in the kitchen and maybe start learning to cook yourself, maybe you already have, but I wanted to tell you we have lots and lots of cool recipe books for kids of all ages, whether you're a beginner or you've had practice. So we have some wonderful ones, and this is a fun one for snacks, kind of like the toast that I showed you. Here's a fun book, and I thought this looked good. Pizza bites on English muffins, and then using yogurt and granola to make some fun snacks there, like a parfait. Doesn't that look yummy? So we have lots of those books for you. And I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and enjoy these last weeks of summer. And just remember, we still have prizes and are still doing our summer reading program till the 27th. So have a great day. Bye-bye.